Thank you for coming by. This is an American project. Please be sure to like the video and subscribe if you enjoy these videos. We're taking a look at SpaceX's rocket, and we're going to check out the launch. This is their third rocket, and they're fueling it up here. You can see all the smoke coming out of the ground. It's because they're doing some massive amount of fueling. They've set new records with the fueling system here. Let's take a look at the route. This is the flight test profile. Okay, it's going to do a stage separation, hot staging, and they're going to try to land the booster, and they're going to let the ship coast. Quite a ways, all the way across Africa. Then do a splashdown, hopefully. If they can get it back in the atmosphere, which they didn't quite get that far. Here's an up-close look at the ship. And the tank's filling up. This is a look at the rocket from way back. They have some great views. Up close, getting further along. Here's the fuel tank configuration. This machine has twice the thrust of a Saturn V, and in its final configuration, it'll have 3 times the thrust. 120 meters, about 400 feet. Massive. The Starship itself is 170 feet. Jumbo Jet 747 is about 240 feet, so that gives you an idea what you're looking at. They claim that this can put 500,000 pounds in its final configuration into orbit. That's 100 tons more than a large bulldozer. The Falcon 9 can put 17 metric tons at the most into orbit. So this can do between 150 to 250 metric tons. That's an order of a magnitude more. It's massive. Get a look at the engines. Okay, she is full. So they're going to go ahead and light this puppy. One more look with the drone. And here, finally, it's completely full. So let's listen in. The countdown.
4, 3, 2, 1. Nominal.
30 seconds into flight, we are feeling the rumble. We are seeing 33 out of 33 Raptor engines ignited on the Super Heavy booster.
Booster and ship, avionics, power, and telemetry nominal. Acquisition of signal, Corpus Christi.
Continuing to get good call-outs. Our trajectory looking nominal, systems looking nominal. Just amazing to see all 33 lit up once again. At this point, we've already passed through max Q, that maximum dynamic pressure.
Okay, now they give it a shot from underneath and are getting ready to do the hot staging. Coming up right here. About the 3-minute mark. You can see all the engines burning at the bottom left there. All 33 Raptors are indeed burning. There they go. They shut down to just 3 of them. Little Starship fired up. They've separated. Excellent. You can see the angle of the booster at the bottom of the screen. Bottom left there. Bottom right for the Starship. Now this is the booster doing a burn back. Slowing it down. Once it gets done with this, it'll start coasting. And then it's going to try to land. And that's where we run into problems. We'll take a look at that. You can see to the bottom right that all the engines are burning on the Starship. The 3 vacuum engines and the 3 regular. Okay, the booster engines are shutting down. There we are. It's coasting. Just incredible views, eh? That's the booster. You see some gases coming out of it. They have to restart it for the landing. Right now, it's just coasting. The square fin is about 8 feet by 8 feet. Massive. Takes a lot of power to control that. And the computer has to learn how to land it. This is their first attempt at landing, as you know. All right. Now it's going to try to coast down with the control of that fin. Let's see how it does. It's got to start back up too, but once it gets in the air far enough, it'll start working at adjusting the rocket, the booster. Keep the top straight up and down. The speed has went way up. You can see the altitude. It's at 50 kilometers. There it goes. Trying to control it. Keep an eye on that fin and watch it start vibrating really bad. 30 kilometers. Wow, that's incredible. And you can see it's getting into trouble here. It's down to 2 kilometers. Really going fast. 1, 0, and it's still going way too fast. So it had a hard hit. Ship 28 is still burning. All 6 engines.
Operators are standing by. Now, the next milestone coming up is in less than a minute. At that point, ship will, or I'm sorry, actually it already has.
Starship engine cut off.
There we go.
Okay, the Starship goes into its coasting phase, and then it's going to try to do a re-entry. You also want to try to operate the PEZ dispenser door for the cargo bay. Now, the booster itself didn't have enough engine startup to slow it down in time before it hit the water, so there's something wrong with the engines. They didn't fire up correctly, and it seems like they were going down way too fast. Like they need to start those engines at a much higher altitude and slow it down so the fins can work correctly. Also, the computer has to learn how to do it. It takes time, but they collected a lot of data, so they should have it straightened out on the next one. Okay, now we get to see the cargo bay door open, the Pez dispenser, and a lot of smoke going out. Really interesting. The rocket is at altitude, and you can see the sunlight changing. It's rolling. It's not under complete control. They're having problems with it. You can see things floating around in there. Okay, and next thing we're going to look at here is the re-entry. Now, the re-entry is really interesting. Get to see the plasma start glowing and getting bigger and bigger. Let's take a look at that next. Okay, what we see here is SpaceX trying to get control of the ship. You can see big pieces flying off too. You can look at the telemetry there, the speed and the altitude and all that, and the angle of the ship on the diagram on the bottom right here. As you can see, no engines are running. They're trying to keep it from tumbling. Not at the right angle. Look at that view. That is amazing. I've always wanted to see that angle. Just incredible. Still tumbling. Trying to get it ready for a re-entry. Okay. Okay, now let's pay attention to that fin. It'll start glowing in just a minute here. Starting to get a lot of wind resistance here. There it is. Just glowing. Incredible. Getting really hot. And this has a new video system on it. Look at that. Never before seen angle. Unbelievable. The plasma on a re-entry. This is the first time they ever filmed it like that. Ship is still having problems. It's tumbling. It's not at the right angle. They're trying to get it to belly flop, but they don't quite have it right. Looks like they have the engines pointing the wrong way there. It's almost completely backwards. Starting to catch fire down there. Boy, it's getting real hot. Still have video though. That's very impressive. Unbelievable. They're changing the angle to try to fix it. Looks like they need more thrusters or something like that. Really burning now. Very hot, like 2,700 degrees Fahrenheit. Now look at the angle. The nose is pointing down. Completely wrong. At least that's what the telemetry says. Still trying to gain control. That's amazing. It's still going. Seems like those cameras would burn out. Coming towards the end. Okay, that's it. And there you have it. Thanks for coming by. Please be sure to like and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and have a great day. God bless.